and Southern Kentucky. This is WYMT Mountain News Weekend Edition.
Good morning, I'm Taylor Upchurch. Today is Saturday, March 16th. A Southern Kentucky father was taken to jail, accused of putting his son in harm's way by not watching after him. That 3-year-old was found walking alone outside. Police say it could have had a tragic ending. We spoke to the father in jail who claims what happened to him could happen to anyone. But police say the father's act of negligence is clearly a crime. WYMT's Phil Pendleton has more from Laurel County.
About 11 o'clock Thursday morning, a man on Hicks Road in London called 911 after seeing a little boy outside all by himself.
He can't be no more than 3 years old. Running around out in the middle of the road. He's been throwing rocks at cars.
Police showed up and they said they found the toddler sitting on the porch. His father was asleep upstairs.
It's kind of scary because it's honestly, it's an honest mistake. I mean, it could happen to anybody.
The police say what Troy did was a crime and they charged him with wanton endangerment.
And obviously, if the child was outside in the road, you're definitely not exercising control over that child.
A neighbor told dispatchers they tried to alert the father what was going on to no avail.
I knocked on the door. I rang the doorbell.
Troy tells us he went to bed late and did lock the door, but somehow his son still got out.
Yeah, because my girlfriend leaves early in the morning, and the deadbolt and the bottom lock were locked.
Well, it's really difficult for us to believe that he exercised the proper control over this child.
Police say the child was found with an extremely dirty diaper and had nothing on his feet.
Obviously, something was not right in this situation.
It's really embarrassing. I've never been in this jail before.
Troy says Child Protective Services is giving him a week to install door alarms that will alert him when his son opens the door from the inside. In Laurel County, Phil Pendleton, WYMT Mountain News.
Police say social services were called and Troy says his son's mother is now watching him. Now let's check in with meteorologist Paige Noel for a look at your forecast this morning. Paige, how's it looking out there today?
Well, it's a little chilly out there today, Taylor, but at least we are going to continue to see that sunshine really as we head into your Saturday and into your Sunday. You're looking at the Whitesburg cam right now. That sun's starting to rise behind the mountains. Absolutely beautiful. We're also seeing those clear skies over into Jackson. Temperatures, though, near 33 degrees, feeling like 33 degrees, and it's pretty calm outside, but definitely a little bit chilly this morning. We're looking at all the temperatures across Eastern Kentucky. Some spots a little bit warmer into those mid-30s and a little bit cooler into the upper 20s out west into Somerset and into Danville and even down into Williamsburg. And now we're looking at that temperature change. We are about 20 degrees cooler than we were at this time yesterday. So if you're wondering where the warm temperatures went, well, that cold front finally brought in that cooler air, and it's going to stick around at least for the next couple of days. But the good news is we are going to continue to see sunshine throughout the weekend, and then we're going to talk about that next week's forecast coming up in just a little bit.
Thank you, Paige. In the hospital for more than a week, a Leslie County toddler continues to improve. Many in the community began fundraising for the family after they heard about 20-month-old Kaylin Lowe in bad shape with flu complications. WYMT's Macy Marie talked to the Stinnett Elementary students who raised money for the family yesterday.
Little ones traded their school clothes for pajamas and pigtails at Stinnett Elementary School Friday, all for one big cause.
I wanted to help baby Kaylin be strong.
Kaylin Lowe is a Leslie County toddler. She's in the hospital from flu complications.
I really hate the thought of hearing people getting sick, even though I don't know them or they might not be my family, especially little kids.
After hearing about the struggles Kaylin faces, students and teachers decided to help.
When we see her on Facebook, she has her little pigtails and she has her little pajamas and gowns.
Teachers thought wearing some of Kaylin's favorite things was a fitting way to show support.
And I think it's important to help other people in your community.
Students donated $1 or more, proudly showing off their sleepwear and hairdos.
When we know that they're going through a very difficult time in their life, and it's much better if you got people standing behind you.
And while not every one of these giving hearts understands the entire situation, they know a little girl is sick in their community. and needs their help. In Leslie County, Macy Marie, WYMT Mountain News.
Workers at the school tell us they were able to raise more than $500 yesterday. Other schools in the county are also collecting money for the family. And it's important to differentiate between the two, public assistance and private assistance. Magoffin County is getting roughly $3 million in public assistance, but not in individual assistance. To qualify for FEMA's individual assistance, around 80 people would have to be unable to live in their homes. There were not that many people in the county that had that happen. Floodwaters also had to be about 18 inches in main living areas. Again, most people only saw about 6.
People were counting on, maybe getting some help, some funding, so they can get some of this stuff back, and not going to happen.
Magoffin County's Emergency Management Director says to his knowledge, no counties ended up receiving individual FEMA assistance. And several businesses in the city of Whitesburg are beginning to shut down. WYMT's Lauren McCourt talked with a shop owner about the struggles they have faced recently.
Everyone loves a good mom and pop store.
Small businesses are the backbone of the large businesses.
But with the decline in business, more and more are shutting their doors.
It's not because people don't love what they're doing when they started their businesses.
Josephine Richardson moved to Letcher County in 1969 and since then helped open 3 different businesses: Apple Shop, the Cozy Corner, and the Courthouse Cafe. But 3 years ago, due to the lack of revenue, the cafe had to close.
Business was good, but we couldn't continue it.
As larger chains begin to take over,
our discounts don't allow us to really mark down very much.
Small businesses begin to dwindle.
It's questionable how many more years I'm going to be here.
But Mayor Kraft says the city government will do their best to begin helping out the local businesses.
To bring people in, to create an atmosphere that makes them want to come to Whitesburg.
To keep more from shutting down. In Letcher County, Lauren McCourt, WYMT Mountain News.
Mayor Kraft says beginning in April, they will begin hosting car and bike shows once a month to bring more visitors to the area. And coming up on Mountain News this morning, religious leaders speak out on the attack in New Zealand. Many here in Kentucky are offering their support to the state's Muslim community. And later, we will check in with Jason Lindsay to see what he is working on for us in this morning's Hooked on Science segment.
And sunshine and cooler temperatures continue for several days, but when do those rain chances return? Those details coming up in just a few minutes.